About the events that are going on is that you're trying to apply tactics to the wrong people. There's a saying now amongst citizens that they always say unatuona kama nani, because we are not stupid. Unfortunately, it's the wrong country, right? It's a country where we have the constitution.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Celestine Wendia. I'll be your host for today. And police officers who are involved in shooting down Boniface yesterday, that is the hawker who was selling masks, will be taken to court. And their names are Duncan Kiprono and Masinde Baraza. And we have a couple of leaders who have come forward and said this is not the way the police are supposed to handle the people, because clearly he was doing nothing. He was standing there selling masks, and they came out of nowhere and decided to harass him, assault him. And young people have come forward and said the government is clashing with the young people because they do not want to accept that generations or people have evolved and they need to adapt on how to govern the people. They are saying that the old people are still fooled by the old model of governing the people. That is where people would not speak up about their problems because they were so afraid of the government, or where people did not even bother to know what was going on. And Shayla, who was having a sit down with Citizen TV, went ahead and said that these old people in government should adapt or should listen to the young people, because so far them not listening has not taken us anywhere.
To the wrong people. There's a saying now amongst citizens that they always say unatuona kama nani, because we are not stupid. Unfortunately, it's the wrong country, right? It's a country where we have the constitution. By the way, Ayub, a lot of us now have downloaded an app with the Kenyan constitution, which crunches it down very easy. That's how we've escalated things now. So now we've downloaded the Kenyan constitution. There's the tech farm that is now helping download the Kenyan constitution and really digesting it into very understandable ways. Yeah. And now the next step will be to put it in every single language, so that at any point when a police officer comes to you and say, hey, I'm arresting you, Ahmed, because you've done this and that, I just go to the little app and I check, okay, now abuse of power or misinformation, what is supposed to happen here? This is the citizenry that you're dealing with. And how I wish that, they would understand. In life, you always need a yin and a yang. You have to balance. If you come with tactics and you try to apply them on a population that does not respond to such tactics, you go back to the drawing board, you sit down and you say, okay, now that is not working, where do I move from here? Yesterday, you cannot have a country that is continuously being gaslighted. It can't work. You cannot have a country that is continuously being gaslighted. You have an executive that came out and said, we are sorry that the abductions actually, finally took months and months and months, but the abduction happened. Every single time when we, the public, come out and we say, this is what we want, they delay it. They think we're going to change our minds. And if there's one thing history is showing is we never change our mind. Right from the beginning, when Albert's death occurred, the first thing everybody asked for was, can the DIG please step aside, resign, whatever needs to happen. We cannot see him in a press conference there. And days went on, and eventually now he's had to step aside, So how I wish they could listen a little bit more. The same thing happened with taxes. We said, well, we don't want new taxes. Finally, this year I'm saying, oh, okay, well, now there's no new taxes, finally. There was that issue about to take you back to KRA being allowed to monitor, all your information. Now I'm seeing members of parliament now saying, oh no, that's not a good idea. And it was so nice that this is the same member of parliament last year who was like, we'll do whatever we want. Who are you going to tell us what to do? And this year was so nice because it was in the headline saying, I don't think people like that, so we're not going to do that. Kudos. That is what we are saying. You have to listen to us. We, the people, give you the mandate. And unfortunately, we are the generation that will always remind you that we give you the mandate.
Right.
And as we give you the mandate, you have to use it responsibly. We are not here with ulterior motives. We are just saying that we would like, Ayub, a system that works. I would like to work in a system, and it should not matter that I am a Luo. It should not matter my political affiliation. I will still get justice, and I will still get served. So until justice, this will keep going. I've said it before, I will say it again. I was asked once, where does the buck stop? Oh, young people, you just keep making noise. You want this and you want that. We want justice.
Okay.
And Esther Passaris, we all know what to expect when you hear that name. She went ahead and said the police officers who were noticed or who were caught on camera with laptops that is looted from shops were actually recovering stolen items or while taking the laptops in order to give them back to the owner. And my question is, how delusional does a person have to be? And at what level do they get in touch with reality? Because some of these leaders need to actually come out and feel the sun on their skin. Because some of them do not understand what the people are asking for. Or I also feel like some of them need to keep quiet because they are not addressing matters that need to be discussed, matters that need to have the front seat when handling people. They are just talking without care in the world. And for that, they should keep quiet and let other people talk. Remember Rigathi Gachagua had said some time back that the government is planning on killing people? And Dr. Fred Matiangi went ahead and said that he is ready to guide the people. He is ready to govern Kenya as a country. What do you think about his statements? My question is he fooled by his own personal agenda? Because remember, Kenyans, we elected a former ICC suspect. And remember, Professor Matiangi also had a scandal about throwing people in the Yala River.
I would like to request you and appeal to you and persuade you that all of us, with the same spirit that you people have, we should now focus on how we move forward. The other day I was in Atlanta speaking to fellows, Kenyans there. I said, you know, when we hire people, and you more than anyone else knows this because you live in the US, we ask them for their CVs, we look at their track record, we look at what they have done, where they have been, and what has gone on there. Why are we actually having a debate about tribes in our country? We go to hospital. I'm not aware of anybody who has arrived at Nairobi hospital and looked at the board and said, it's a doctor from my tribe of beauty today, so that I can be treated. You go in and you get a service. Government is supposed to provide services to you. I ask you, more than anyone else, you are the ones who are here in the US, who are exposed, who are in this environment. One of the things that you can do to help our people is to push through this same message, help that we are talking about here. Persuading our people to understand that where we are going to is not about ethnic communities, it's not about your surname, it's about a simple question. Can you or can you not do it? And then you can
Now, as we go to 2027, I just hope Kenyans will be intellectual about electing their leaders, because we can see what we have elected so far and what they are doing to us. It's clear, it's visible. And I know some people will go ahead and defend President William Ruto and say, he is not actually responsible. We should support him because he knows what he's doing. But my question is he there for the people? That's what matters. As a leader, you are supposed to be there for your people. What can they say when they hear? What are Kenyans saying when they hear the name of their president? That alone says a lot about how he is governing the country. And this is a call for people to open their eyes, for some leaders to open their eyes and actually listen to the young people, because we cannot go back to yesterday. That happened, and the police officer walked away like nothing. We just hope that justice will be served, because so far, all that is being done is Kenyans being taken around in circles. Thank you for watching Havana Media. I have been your host, Celestine Ondia.